Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks, where we want to offer you financial information and meet you where you are financially so that you can stick to your budget, manage to pay off your debt, and begin to save on your path to building wealth. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about the stimulus check update. Yes, it's an exciting time for, especially around this holiday season, for those who just need a little financial boost. If this is your first time joining me here on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Well, I just want to make sure I rehash. I hadn't been doing a lot of these stimulus check updates, mostly because nothing occurred. And I thought it would be unfair to people who watch and use this channel as a resource to consistently consume content that really didn't have any merit, meaning, or next steps, no updates. So it's at this point where, yes, it's really known that, hey, the House is planning to vote and should have voted and passed last night the stimulus check bill, $900 billion bill. And the Senate is expected to follow up on that, which would then go to President Trump, which by all news outlets says he's more than on board with this. Obviously, he wanted to see more stimulus check money given out, but he's willing to sign the bill in a fast pace to try again to get money into hands of local businesses, but also hands it to the American people. This video, I definitely want to just break down a little bit more about the stimulus check. Number one, the CARES Act kind of set the framework for what would be the qualifying criteria for the stimulus check. So if you make $75,000 or less, you would get the full $600. If for every $100 that you make in salary per your 2019 tax return, your check is decreased by $5. The other qualifying thing is if you're single, you would get $600. If you're married, both spouses would get a total of $1,200. Right now, the language states that all kids would receive $600 for every dependent child under the age of 17. Now, a lot of debate has been about trying to include those college-age students and those above, but it doesn't look like that was resolved based off language that I've seen. And I'm looking forward to getting the actual bill to really validate who's actually eligible and who would be left out this time. What I do know is people that may not have Social Security numbers, couples in that scenario, they are included in this round of stimulus checks. And a lot of the information says that if they didn't get a stimulus check prior, this may actually compensate for that. Next, when you talk about delivery. So, yeah, the vote was supposed to happen last night for the House, the Senate, and then it's supposed to go into Trump. The delivery is expected to be out or projected to be out next week, which can be great because we've already went through the CARES Act, so it shouldn't be much more difficult to send direct deposits because everybody pretty much has set up their accounts or set up some sort of electronic transformation during the first CARES Act already. So if we're using that same information this time for distribution, it should be a lot more faster to get those funds in Americans' hands. The second thing about distribution is Social Security recipients. One of the things that changed in this act is last time Social Security recipients, along with other people, actually had to wait a while for their stimulus check. This check for the $600 for Social Security recipients will be sent electronically to help speed up that process for them as well. So while it can be cumbersome, and while we've talked about this at length for 6 months, this is a great opportunity for you because, again, it's money that you didn't have to go to work, and it's a little bit extra, and for seemingly so, didn't seem like it would happen anytime soon. But needless to say, for me, something is actually better than nothing. The other thing that was expanded was unemployment benefits. So a lot of the measures that are taking place right now are really more Band-Aid approach type things. So the unemployment benefits is expected to extend 10 weeks for an extra $300. During this time, it's so important that we all realize that it's still a measure to go forward. Should it be more? What is the criteria? Which that's the hard part of this whole equation. Why 600? Why even the first time? Why 1200? What was that doing? Based on what I know, just from the financial realm, the average person, 40% of adults, don't have $400. So 600 can actually be helpful. And keep in mind, they did extend the eviction to the end of January. They did extend the no student loan payments or interest to January. And a lot of financial institutions are still helping through forbearances and not requiring payments for all loans and things of that nature. And they're working with their clients. So while it may seem like the money is not a lot, it can at this particular time can be go a little bit further, only because the government has put measures in place to where all those other things won't just rip that money out your hand. Needless to say, again, anything, in my opinion, is helpful. What are your thoughts? If it wasn't 600, or even if you go back to the 1200, what do you think would have been a viable sum? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. So I would encourage you, if this is something extra for you, take a look, use it to invest the money, use to build your savings. But first, everyone has to take stock of where you are financially. Keep in mind that you want to take care, and I do want to reiterate, take care of your food, clothing, shelter, all those different things. Don't worry about, especially around this time, what's the Christmas season? Because miracles and blessings and generosity is what fills this spirit. And though it may not be what we all expect or want for this time, $600 can be helpful. The other thing, before I end this video, that I would encourage you to do is keep in mind what keeps happening every time they make progress with this bill is Biden, this is just a down payment. Consider this a down payment, a step forward for progress. Senator Pelosi, hey, we still need to do more. They're excited because they got something out, but the resounding effect is more still needs to be done. And that should be somewhat encouraging. Now, will it take another 6 months for that? Will it take 4 months or 3 months? Whatever the case may be, it's still on top of mind that more needs to be done, not just for the economy, but to help the American people. And this can be a help, especially around this holiday season. If you haven't already, and you have an opportunity where you're going to take and use these funds to invest, Webull extended their fourth free stock offer. That means you're automatically going to get a return on your $100 when you open an account for 2 free stocks, and then you deposit $100 on the platform for another 2 free stocks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a good and safe holiday, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.